man that people are going to look at and say, hey, this is a major superstar.
As he was just starting out in wrestling, I had the opportunity to do some of the calls on his early matches with my good friend Lance Russell. And Elix Skipper has come a long way, and he is a worker. I mean, he gets in that ring, and when he's between the ropes, he goes to town like a house of fire. And that's what we're seeing right now as he's pouring it on Brad Armstrong. Here's the tag to River Deangelo. Deangelo takes over, snapmare out of the corner, and goes in with that reverse chinlock. You see immediately Skipper going in there with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of action. He tags River Deangelo, and suddenly Deangelo slows the pace of the match down.
Slows it down, wears Brad Armstrong down. This is what he's trying to do, to wear him down, to get him down, because if you take the breath away from the man, you're going to defeat him. What are they doing?
Well, right now, Elix Skipper giving a little assist, if you would, to River Deangelo. Referee Larry Brock is checking, but I don't think he saw what Skipper was doing. Skipper actually helping Deangelo put more pressure on that hole. Here's the tag made, side headlock. He's going to open up Brad Armstrong, and Elix Skipper with a spinning heel kick into the midsection of Brad Armstrong.
This River Deangelo, this man, I was talking to him before the program got started. This man right now is going in wrestling in Japan. He also told me that he's doing tough man contests. So this man is tough. And you don't go into a tough man contest and not be tough.
Brad Armstrong with a block, belly to belly, and down goes Armstrong. Oh boy, Elix Skipper showing a lot of upper body strength that time. Brad Armstrong prone on the mat. Count of one, count of two, but that's all Elix Skipper could do. He is complaining to referee Larry Brock that he wasn't counting fast enough.
Well, you know something, Larry Brock has been officiating pro wrestling for over 30 years. This man knows what he's doing in the ring. It's that just maybe Primetime Skipper maybe should have, I don't know, maybe pinned him a little earlier.
Snapmare. Down goes Armstrong. Skipper. And there's, oh boy, you could hear that all through the arena as he put that boot right into the kidney area of Brad Armstrong. Brad Armstrong worse for wear. Ricky Morton trying to come to the aid of his partner. In the meantime, Skipper just pulling Brad Armstrong over in the corner. Double team coming from Deangelo. A little wishbone action there as they split. And boy, those hamstrings, they can't take much of that. And Deangelo right away goes into the goes to work on the inside of the leg.
Brad Armstrong has took a lot of damage. He's took damage to those knees. Now you've got to look at the other knee of Brad Armstrong. It was damaged many years ago when he got run over by a car. Now, I mean, Brad's knees are not the greatest shape in the world, and for them to be on them like that could spell a really bad problem for Brad Armstrong.
For many years, or many months rather, it was thought that Brad Armstrong would never step foot in the ring. He had to have several knee surgeries on that left knee. Still wears a very pronounced brace there. But right now, don't you think that Elix Skipper and River Deangelo don't know that and know that they have Brad Armstrong at a disadvantage? Elix Skipper, a little shades of Mike Jackson there, didn't quite work.
It didn't work. He fell. And it worked good for Brad Armstrong because it gave him just that little bit of time to get over there, and maybe he will get the tag to Ricky Morton. He gets the tag.
Ricky Morton, one half of the Rock and Roll Express. He's going to rock and roll in the ring after both men. There's one for Elix Skipper, one for Deangelo. Morton turns his attention to Skipper. Now going to let them meet each other in the corner. And Ricky Morton may have got a thumb in the eye. Deangelo caught him. And now double team on Ricky Morton. Here's Skipper going to come off that top rope. Oh, flying drop kick, and it missed. Caught his partner, River Deangelo. Here comes Brad Armstrong. Here comes the cover, and there's your winners.
There you see your winners of the match, Brad Armstrong and Ricky Morton. That was an impressive win right here on Wrestle Birmingham. If this is any indication of what these two men are going to do, they're going to go really big time in Wrestle Birmingham. This new tag team. Maybe it was good that Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson decided to pass ways, because he's got a man right now. Brett, wait a minute. We talked it. Wait just a second.
Uh-oh, Robert Fuller is now, he's at ringside. And he is admonishing Elix Skipper. Skipper is pointing to River Deangelo. Robert Fuller. Oh, listen to this. The Colonel Robert Fuller saying that River Deangelo cost Elix Skipper the match. And Elix Skipper now turning on his partner. There's that spinning heel kick, and the River Deangelo is down. Elix Skipper in the ring, going right to work on his partner in this match. Look at that high standing suplex. Deangelo left in the middle of the ring. Brad, let's see if you can get Robert Fuller. Find out what this is all about.
Wait just a second. This is a winner you're looking at right here.
Robert Fuller saying, finish him, finish him. He's going right to work. Oh, no. Robert Fuller getting in the ring and counting him out. This is a travesty. The Colonel, Robert Fuller, patriarch of the stud stable, not happy that Elix Skipper and Rivian Deangelo lost the match. And Fuller's going to talk to Brett
What was
Webb.
this all about? That man right there's a winner. That's the best upcoming star in professional wrestling today. Elix Skipper. Everybody's going to hear about this man all around the world. And besides the fact that the Tennessee stud is the man that does his talking, he's his manager. I don't have to talk to him. He's not stupid. I don't have to answer to him. He's the best scoring in the business, and I'm proud to have him in my state. This is my house, and I don't lose in my house because I make my rules. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more of Wrestle Birmingham in just a moment.
This is Frog from Frog's E-Cast Tattoos and Diabolical Novelties.
We have one of the state's largest selections of tattoo art to choose from. We also do custom, tribal, bright color work, cover-ups, new school, old school, or anything you want. Frogs is health department certified, clean, safe, and sterile. We also offer a wide variety of piercings, jewelry, and much more. Frogs also has a newly remodeled pro skateboard shop with all your skateboard needs with brands like Zero, Black Label, Flip, Girl, Element, ATM, Spitfire, Bones, and much more. You can visit us on the web at www.frogsinkhouse.com or come by and see us at 2129 Moody Parkway in Moody, Alabama.
Hey, if you'd like to hit the top of the charts with your business or product, consider advertising with us here on Wrestle Birmingham. Contact us at 205-970-0333 or go to our website at www.wrestlebirmingham.com.
Berry Productions, your source for technical management, staging, and sound and light systems. We'll deliver, set up, and make the magic happen, whether we're using our equipment or yours. We have a top-notch arsenal of sound and light systems that will make your next event sizzle and shine. And our highly professional staging services will have you up and running in no time and looking better than ever. With prices designed for your bottom line, you can't beat Berry Productions. 205-987-3211.
There's no doubt that Road Warrior Animal is a big, bad man, but it seems like he needed Action Mike Jackson's help to wrestle the Doctor, Tom Prichard, and the Assassin here in Birmingham, Alabama. Let's take a look.
Introducing first, the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 280 pounds, the Legion of Doom, Road Warrior Animal.
Main event time on Wrestle Birmingham. Michael St. John joined at ringside by Jimmy Powell, and this should be a brouhaha. Road Warrior Animal.
Well,
What
they
a
said,
competitor.
it couldn't happen, Michael St. John,
opponent.
but here he is, Road Warrior Animal.
From Houston, Texas, weighing 235 pounds, he is the Alabama heavyweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Tom Prichard.
There you have the announcement of the Alabama heavyweight champion, Dr. Tom Prichard, and as he makes his way to the ring wearing his championship belt, The masked assassin is making his way to the ring with Prichard is calling the assassin to the ring with him.
Well, I don't know what this is all about.
Maybe the assassin is there for motivation, Mr. Motivation.
I'll tell you what, it's going to take a lot of motivation tonight. This is Animal, the Road Warrior.
Road Warrior Animal, one of the toughest competitors in wrestling history. Now Prichard, now he's calling the assassin into the ring. Referee Larry Brock talking with, what is this now? Prichard talking to Road Warrior Animal. Well, obviously the deck is stacked against Animal if he's going to meet Tom Prichard. And now Animal coming to the floor and asking Brent West for the microphone.
So you want to make this a tag match? You people want to see a tag match? That's all right. Hey, your title's still up for grabs. I'm going to find myself a partner.
Whoa, listen to this. Road Warrior Animal saying the title's still up for grabs and he's going to go find him a partner. Dr. Tom Prichard and the assassin. Now, there'll have to be a clarification of the NWA rules. We may have to get Roy Lee Welch. I don't know if a title can change hands under that circumstance.
I don't know, and if we confuse Roy too much more than he is already, no telling what'll happen. What in the world is he doing with Mike Jackson?
Mike Jackson, your buddy, Jimmy.
Grief.
Action Mike Jackson will be the partner of Road Warrior Animal. We got us a tag match.
Looks like David and Goliath.
My goodness, Road Warrior Animal and Mike Jackson against Dr. Tom Prichard and the Assassin. And Animal will start off against the champion.
I hope Animal don't sneeze. He'll blow Mike Jackson right off that ring apron.
Listen to the chant by the crowd. Legion of Doom.
L.O.D.
L.O.D. They lock it up, collar and elbow, and Road Warrior Animal showing his strength as he just manhandled Prichard and pushed him to the mat.
You know, I've been a little worried about Prichard lately, some of the people he's been hanging around with, but I'm glad to see he's kind of hooked up with this assassin here tonight.
Dr. Tom Prichard holding that Alabama championship. Won it a couple of months ago down in South Alabama and has taken on all comers. I will say this about Dr. Tom. He's a man, when he gets into that ring, he's a different animal, so to speak. And he will take on all comers, but an interesting little head game when bringing the assassin into the ring to take on Road Warrior Animal. Perhaps, just perhaps, he was a little apprehensive of going up against one half of the Legion of Doom.
Well, I'll tell you what, if there's a brilliant wrestler that's still around today, it's Dr. Tom Prichard. He's a smart cookie. Don't let anybody fool you. That's why they call him the doctor. He's sharp. All of his prescriptions are filled to the max.
Jimmy Powell is the motivational speaker you are hearing on this commentary. Michael St. John and Mr. Powell joining you from the Zamora Shrine Temple in Wrestle, Birmingham, as Road Warrior Animal coming into Wrestle Birmingham in the NWA for the first time ever. You know, this is flew perfect of the fact of what Wrestle Birmingham is all about, an open door policy, and the wrestlers are knocking the door down to get in here and participate in the competition.
People are standing in line, man. I'm amazed. You know, I just came to Birmingham just to try to help people a little bit. I had no intention of ever getting in the ring, but I'll tell you, these people are absolutely driving the promoters crazy. They're calling and calling. Everyone wants to come and wrestle for Wrestle Birmingham, and I'll tell you what, I've decided I'm going on tour with Wrestle Birmingham. I'm going to all of those towns, and I'm going to help those people the very best that I can.
It sounds a little opportunistic to me as Mike Jackson takes over on the Alabama heavyweight champion. Now, this is an interesting matchup right here in Jimmy Powell, in that you have the Alabama heavyweight champion and the Alabama junior heavyweight champion in the ring at the same time.
I wonder who the senior is.
I don't think there is a senior heavyweight champion. I don't think that. Oh, Tom Prichard, a little shortcut. He hit him with something. Pritchard had something in his hand.
I think that was a fist.
He had something in his hand. I didn't see exactly what it was, but he had something in his hand, and he waylaid Mike Jackson in the midsection. And Tom Prichard now adding insult to injury as he stomped on the lower abdomen of Mike Jackson.
The lower, there he goes again. Look, another good shot. See, it's just a fist. Hey, listen, it's just a fist. Tom Prichard don't need anything.
Right now, Mike Jackson taking the brunt of these hard right hands, and now a kick to the midsection by Prichard, and an elbow behind the neck You know, it's almost like Tom Prichard is making an example out of Mike Jackson as to what he could do or would do to Road Warrior Animal if he were in the ring, although it might be a different story. Here's Jackson trying to mount a comeback, but Prichard right away with those kicks to the midsection.
Well, I'll tell you what, I guarantee you Tom Prichard's going to make an example when he steps in the ring with him. Dr. Tom Prichard is still the man. He is the Alabama heavyweight champion. You got to remember that.
Drops the elbow a couple of times on Jackson. Jackson now going into the corner. And Prichard follows him right in. Slings him across the way. And into the buckles go Mike Jackson. And, of course, Mike Jackson has had some problems with a shoulder, and a shoulder being out of place that he blames on you.
Oh, really? You heard his shoulder, didn't you?
Tag made. Here comes Road Warrior Animal. Prichard reels in the ring, and Animal going to work. We've yet to see the assassin. Prichard down again. Here's Road Warrior Animal. Whips Prichard into the ropes. Power slam, and down he goes.
Holy, here it is. Prichard better get out of there. He better watch out.
Textbook Legion of Doom.
Yes.
And
it's
again,
the Road Warrior.
Follows him in.
Big turnbuckle in the corner.
This, no doubt about it, this guy has he hasn't missed a lick. And now Prichard has something. Road Warrior knocked it out of his hands.
What is Road
Warrior has got something.
What is he doing?
It looks like it's a loaded glove, and he just nailed Prichard with it.
Oh, wait a minute. What? I told you this Road Warrior, you can't trust him.
Referee Larry Brock has called for the bell, and apparently he is going to disqualify Road Warrior Animal for using that foreign object on Dr. Tom Prichard, and indeed that's what Larry Brock has done. He has awarded the match to the Alabama heavyweight champion, Dr. Tom Prichard.
Oh, what a disgrace. You pay him all that money, fly him in, then he gets himself disqualified.
Prichard actually came up with that loaded glove out of his trunk and said, oh my gosh, Road Warrior Animal just nailed Larry Brock, the referee, with it. Brock is down and on the floor. And now Mike Jackson, he's got to think better of being around Road Warrior Animal. He's leaving the ring. Animal defiant in disqualification here on Wrestle Birmingham.
And here comes the other striped officials. What are they going to do? They're going to carry Larry Brock out now?
Well, Road Warrior Animal very upset in losing the match to the Alabama heavyweight champion. And now the referee is saying, go ahead. The referee has come to... Go ahead, Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to tell you something right now. Me being senior referee and the assistant to NWA to Mr. Welch, we're not going to stand for this abuse, Animal, or Steiner, or any other competitor that's coming into this area. We are not going to take this type of abuse. Pending on investigation, Animal, you are hereby suspended.
Senior referee Mike Payton announcing the suspension of Road Warrior Animal following that disqualification, but I think Road Warrior Animal was a victim of circumstance. It's always the man that throws the second punch in football, and I think we just witnessed it in the wrestling ring as well.
Well, Road Warrior shouldn't have brought that glove in with him. He should have never brought that thing in. Everybody in this building saw that the Road Warrior had that glove in his trunks, brought it out, and hit Dr. Tom Prichard. Tom won, and he should have.
Well, some people, I think, may have seen different things than what you have seen, Mr. Powell. Let's take a break. We've got more coming up on Wrestle Birmingham right here.
On August the 12th, we've got a fantastic card coming up, the Zamora Shrine Temple. We've got Raven signed. We've got the Road Dogg Jesse James signed. And tonight, we've got a man who has wrestled both of them here in the studio. Let's welcome Action Mike Jackson.
Larry, always good to be here, buddy. Always good to be here.
Well, Mike, I know you've wrestled Raven and Road Dogg. What do you think some of their tactics might be for the upcoming match?
Well, let me tell you this. You know, when I first signed on with Wrestle Birmingham, the first thing I asked the promoter was, is this going to be one of those outlaw shows, I call it, one of those little independent shows? What kind of show are we looking at? And when they told me the names that were coming and being involved with Wrestle Birmingham, I knew that this was the top of the line. And when you bring in somebody like Raven, let's just look at Raven for a minute. Hardcore champion. WCW, hardcore champion, WWE. A lot of these people are going to remember. He's the one, the wild one with the skirt that wears the crazy skirt, the crazy outfit, comes in, throws a garbage can full of brooms and mops and car tags and cake plates, and he'll do anything he can to win a match. And what can you say about Road Dogg? 8 times World Tag Team Champion. One of the greatest names. And you know what? He's an Armstrong, too. That ought to tell you something right there. That ought to be worth his weight in gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Mike, I know you've got a big match coming up, And I know you've got some paybacks directed towards Jimmy Powell. Now, have you got a game plan going with this?
Yes, I do, Larry. And let me tell you, this thing with Jimmy Powell is really getting out of hand. Armand Hussein, one of the greats of the yesterday, told me one time, a long time ago, he said, Mike, when the personal issues become involved in wrestling, that's when there's going to be a lot of action. And this thing with Jimmy Powell and myself is getting personal. You know, he's interfered 2 or 3 times. He's put a tie around my neck and choked me, popped my shoulder out of socket when I wasn't looking. He jumped on my back. He's brought guys in to beat me that he couldn't beat me, so he brought guys in to do it. So I'm going to tell you something, Jimmy Powell. I'm coming for you. I'm just excited. There's a Morris Shrine Temple, August the 12th at 8 p.m. This is one of the greatest wrestling shows I have ever been on, and I work with WCW, NWA, Georgia Championship, Southeastern, WWE, WWF. I work with all of them, and I'm not sure that this is not one of the greatest cards I've ever been on in my life.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it, and I know we've got the Armstrongs and the Fullers coming back. It's just going to be a fantastic show, and we're really looking forward to it. Mike, I can't tell you how much we appreciate you being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Action Mike Jackson, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing from Milton, Florida, Wendell Cooley. His opponent now entering the sports arena from Canada, the Canadian lumberjack, Joe LeDuc. Joe LeDuc now entering the ring, taking on Wendell Cooley out of Milton, Florida. This is our second match. A lot of great matches still to come. Ken Lucas will be in action against Ali Bay, Ron Starr, and Honky Tonk Man Wayne Ferris will be in action against Tim Horner and Tony Zane. And Bullet Bob Armstrong defends the Southeastern Heavyweight Championship on television today against Tony Lawton. A great hour of Southeastern television wrestling. Make your plans to stay with us, plus an interesting personality profile. Side headlock by Wendell Cooley. LeDuc, there you see the strength of the big man from Canada, taking his man up and just easily tossing him across the ring. Collar and elbow again, LeDuc. It's Wendell Cooley. Waist lock, but taking this man down is another story. There you see the power in the arms and hands of the big Canadian lumberjack. Catches Cooley with that elbow. LeDuc. Arm twist and drag on Wendell Cooley. Good reversal by Cooley. Clamps down with the pressure. And we'll see what counter LeDuc will have for this. Backs his man over on the ropes. Break is called for, and surprisingly, a very clean break on the part of LeDuc. Cooley now going into grips with LeDuc. LeDuc there again showing that strength, and a boot right to the midsection. Oh. Hard chop right to the upper chest, almost into the throat. Hard right connection to the head by LeDuc, the powerful man from Canada, and a boot to the midsection coming off of the ropes. The style that we've seen time and time again of the Canadian lumberjack, Joe LeDuc, as he begins his punishment on Wendell Cooley from Milton, Florida.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And there you see the aid of LeDuc breaking. Using that top ring rope first for choke and then to throw Cooley back into the center of the ring. Cooley, game competitor, trying here against good forearm to the side of the head by Cooley on LeDuc. And certainly if any damage is to be done, Cooley will have to take this match right to LeDuc, because he is not outweighed outweighed but outpowered by the big man from Canada, not to mention the experience. Good move by Cooley, but there. Oh. The neck area of Cooley becoming very red. Series of shots, and then that clothesline coming off of the rope. There you see the winner of the match, the Canadian.
Well, kids, that's the show for tonight. But don't forget, we'll be back next week at 12:05 right here on 3340. There'll be more wrestling action, so make your plans to be here with us. Till then, I'm Larry Lloyd for Wrestle Birmingham.
Count of three, but whatever the outcome, you can't defeat me. A Gemini couch, I take every advantage. I'll wind you like a spring, I don't care what your age is. You come to meet me, you better learn to fly, cause you'll hit the mat hard when you come from the sky. Cause I'm a big-time wrestler and I like what I do. I destroy my opponent just to entertain you. I win or I lose by the count of three, but whatever the outcome, you can't defeat me. The ropes won't save you when I start my attack. If you try to escape, I'll just pull you back. I'll spin you like a top, and when you've had enough, I'll turn up the heat and really start to get rough. Cause I'm a big-time wrestler and I like what I do. I destroy my opponent just to entertain you. I win or I lose by the count of three, but whatever the outcome, you can't defeat me. I'll throw you and kick you and make you feel sick. I'll set you on fire like a candle wick. The ref will yell and the fans will complain, but that won't save you from feeling the pain. I'm a big-time wrestler and I like what I do. I destroy my opponent just to entertain you. I win or I lose by the count of three, but whatever the outcome, you can't defeat me.